Welcome to my channel. So let's discuss some of the questions in quora, which is assigned to me, and I'll be able to answer some of the questions which I already given answers to many of them. So let's take the first question. Is Adani Wilmar is a good stock to invest in 2022? Okay, the current situation in the world is not good. That is, Ukraine and Russia war is not good news for Adani Vilna because all the major raw materials are sourced from Ukraine. So all this sunflower brand thing is being imported from Ukraine. So Ukraine is the major exporter of sunflower. So this is going to affect Adani for at least 3 to 4 quarters. So you have to really take into the consideration of all these technical analysis. You have to see RSI, relative strength index, whether it is oversold. Then only you have to enter Adani. Adani is a very risky stock. So if it goes up very fast. It goes down very fast. So you have to use all the tools that is available to understand the price movements, support, resistance, as well as the relative strength index. Whether it's oversold position, you have to determine and then do. So let's take another question. Which question I can take? Okay, let me take this question. What will be the effect on the stock market due to the war in Ukraine? Obviously, it is a chain reaction. Any war in this world is going to be a problem to the world economy. So, if the war comes, all the interconnected economies will be affected. These days, all the economies are interconnected. All stock markets are interconnected. So Indian market especially is connected tightly with the global markets. So any global war, it's going to be a problem for Indian markets. So I think during this time one has to be cautious. If we are a long-term investor, you should do systematic investment planning. During this war, you have to invest in small quantities every month so that your price is average, or you go for a mutual fund. So during war situation, you should not do any short-term investment or trading for a week. Buy now, sell next week. That is will be dangerous because if war prolongs, the correction will be deeper and your money will get blocked. So that is the risk of in doing investment in short term during a war like situation. So always it's better to guard your capital. See, only the retail investors will panic. So all the global big investors will use this opportunity to buy on dips. So any seasoned investor will always take this opportunity to put his money on a good stocks during a major correction. So retail investors should have that mindset and start saving money for the opportunity like this. So you should invest more in a good stocks in a small quantities during this situation. So we should stop worrying about our money rather than preserve our money. So use this opportunity to invest in small quantities during these kind of corrections. So definitely the market will go up. So one thing all these investors should remember is money is set to grow if you are disciplined. Okay, let's take the next question. Maximum I can take 5 questions. So let's see. Okay, what is the least amount of money required to start? See, the least amount, there is nothing called least amount or maximum amount. See, it depends on one's capacity. It's really a very tricky question. See, if you ask me, first you have to generate the capital for you to be successful in stock market. So you have to have multiple source of income. The best I will suggest for the fresher, never jump into stock market directly. Go into the systematic investment plan in mutual fund. My advice is to choose one large cap fund, one mid cap fund, one small cap fund. If you have more money, you can go for a balanced fund. So these you have to have 4 funds. So generate income, generate money for the next 12 months. See, observe the stock market, how the stock movement happens while you invest in mutual funds. Once you get enough capital to invest in stock market, use that fund, put it in the stock market. That is the best possible strategy. And if you have the ability to continue in mutual funds, keep continuing in mutual funds and allocate you withdraw some of the amount and put it in the stock market. That is the best strategy. If you ask me, in the first 3 years, you just involve in mutual funds rather than the stock market till you learn the tricks of investment. There are a lot of technical analysis you have to learn, when to enter, when to close the position, which stock I should choose for long term. So it's a learning curve. So first 3 years, use that experience to learn and withdraw the money from mutual fund, then put it in the stock market. But you continue the mutual fund for your lifetime. That will always give you the capital you require in any aspect of life, whether it's stock market or buying a car or anything. So today's saving is tomorrow's need. That you have to remember. So there is no limit. There is no rules whether minimum required or maximum. Minimum you require is 20,000 rupees for you to be a successful, so for your money to grow. So 20,000 can become 22,000 in 3 months, or it depends on the stock you invest. So it is a gradual increase of wealth. It is not overnight. It's not like a lottery. If I put 10,000, I'll get 20,000 next week. That is all not practically possible. It can be shown only in cinemas, but stock market is it's tightly following the rules. It's a demand versus supply. It cannot go just like that. It's not a lottery. So you have to understand the fundamentals and the technicalities of the stock market if you want to be successful. Stock market investment is a hard work. It's not a lottery. That you have to remember. So there is no rules. The specific, if you follow the rules along the stock market, you can succeed. If you go against the stock market, you will not succeed. So you have to cut down your emotions. You should not have any attachment to the. Let's go to the next question. Will the stock market crash 80% to 2023? It's a very hypothetical question. It's not predictable. See, one thing you have to understand is these days all the economies in the world are tightly connected, interconnected. Even the stock markets are dependent on each other. So I don't think 80% is possible. The maximum it can go is 30% to 35%. Maximum it can go 40%. Beyond that, I don't see any chance of crashing beyond 40%. See, India is an emerging market in Asia. So a lot of investments are pouring in. So I don't see we'll have 80% crash in our market. See, globally, it can correct to 30%, not beyond that, because all the investors, big investors' money will be at stake. So they'll not let it happen. That is one thing. Number two is, these days a lot of AI-driven analytics are happening. So it will give you valid information. Even if there is a war, like a big war like situation, like nuclear bomb threat, everything, the stock market will be suspended. They will not be active. So wherever situation you are in, that will be preserved. So they will not let it to crash. That is one thing you can bang on. If you take Russia's example, they closed the stock market for the first 2 weeks of war. So the same will happen to the other stock markets. So they'll not allow the market to crash 80%. Once 15% crashes, they'll decide to close the stock market. So when there is a war, they'll decide to close the stock market. They'll suspend the activity in the stock market till the war is cooling off. So one need not worry about market crashing. Anyway, I'm coming to the end of this video. So I would request you to subscribe to my channel if you are new to this channel, and please do click the like button if you like all my videos. Until next time, it's goodbye from Sridhar. Take care. Thank you.